Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about stories, and they're different from what goes on your news feed in Facebook. So stay tuned and we're going to learn some tips and tricks and what's new in stories. So welcome. And if you're joining me live, please say hello. Tell me where you're coming from. So interesting to hear about people from all over the world. And if you're on the replay, then let me know you're on the replay. And if we haven't met before, my name is Olive. I'm here on my business page to help you bring your business online, to increase your business and use social strategies to leverage your business. So welcome. And today I have two guests here that are actually live here in my living room. So it's really fun. My brother and sister-in-law, John and Gail. So that's wonderful and welcome. And it's great that they're here because I'm going to be using Gail's phone for part of my demonstration. So thanks for that, Gail. So it's great. And it's always a little bit interesting when you have people that are actually live. So stories in Facebook, they're totally different from your news feed. So if you haven't tried it, they're a really fun feature, but they're time sensitive. So they're ephemeral, if I get that word correct. So they stay on there for 24 hours and they're not meant to be the same content as what's on your news feed. So they're just quick little snippets of pieces of your life, and they're a great way for people to get to know what's going on in your life. So they're not meant to be terribly newsy or anything like that. Just quick little snippets, maybe what you're having for lunch, where you are, places, that you've been, just quick little stories, because they don't last, they only last for about 4 or 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds kind of thing. And then they go on to the next one. So if you've ever seen them, then you know that because there's a little line at the top. And so the idea is that people, these days everything is just so fast, and the people want quick content, and they don't have time to read long news feeds or, listen to long videos. So they just want quick little content, and it's a great way to find out about what people are doing, in their lives. And I love looking at my Facebook stories, and the more you do and the more you interact and watch other people's, the more that they will come up and in your news feed. And where they are is they're right at the top. So taking Gail's phone here, and it's going to be backwards, but as soon as you go onto your newsfeed, they're right at the top. And the first one is where you would add content. And so if you have a personal page, then it's just very simple. It's just right there on the top of your newsfeed. And if you have a business page, then it's a little bit different. And I'll just go through the personal page first. And so you would click on add a story, and right at the top here, you see there's some bars. And so there's a text and a selfie, a boomerang, and a poll. And there's going to be another one added onto that at the end too. So if we were to do a selfie, then just allow access. And I have my camera on the back. Anyway, then you would just go ahead and use your camera, and you can turn it towards yourself, or of course turn it towards the scenery, and take something that's very quick. And so it should be, just a few seconds and that kind of thing. So it's just a wonderful way for people to get to know you. And on a business page, then you would look for a blue cross, and the business page is accessed you can do it through your Facebook app. You have to go to the three little lines, and it will take you to what's called pages, which is an orange flag, and in there you would see a blue cross. And what I found out this morning is interesting on my phone. If you don't have one that's already there to click on to add another one, then I had to do it on my computer this morning before I would see it on my phone. So when you have a story, then there's a blue circle around your profile picture. and that means that there's a story. So if you click on someone's blue circle, then it will take you immediately to their story. And so the idea is to always have that blue circle around, and so then it's very easy to add more. So they're only there for 24 hours. And so it's really fun. You can do things like a boomerang, which is a quick picture, and then it kind of bounces back and forth. So it repeats what you have taken a picture of. So there's lots of little tools and tricks in there, and it's just for fun. So just get in there and play around and have fun with it. There's also, once you take your picture, I'm trying to do it here, but it's not working for me. Of course, when you're doing a demonstration, you can also take things from your gallery. So once you take your picture, there's also settings down here at the bottom that you can set the privacy. So if there's something that you don't want to be public, or you want to be just friends, you can set it to that. And one of the key features here is before you press the white button to set it to your story, you can press save, and that will save it to your gallery. So once you take your picture too, you can add text to it, you can add emojis, and if you're on an iPhone, then they have GIFs and things like that, some action things. So the Android doesn't have that yet, so sorry Android users, you have to wait just a little bit for that feature. But once you save it to your phone gallery, then there's another wonderful feature on there too, that you can save all your stories in an album. And if you scroll down on your news feed, then there's you can see your stories that you saved there, and you can collect them and then put them into an album, maybe by location or topic, health, or whatever it is that you want it to pull together. So that's a great way for people to get to know you too, is that once you have saved them into albums, then they are available to be seen again and again. So that's wonderful. Yeah, so they're about maximum of 20 seconds. And when you're watching someone's stories, you'll see a white bar at the top, and there's a little bit of a gap between each little white bar, and that's how many stories they have. And as you're watching, if you aren't interested in that particular one, you can just tap it and it will move on to the next one. Or if you want to maybe stay on that one for a little bit longer, say there's a lot of text on there and you need more time to read it, you just hold your finger on it and it will stay there long enough until you take your finger off. And so that's wonderful. And the feature that's coming up very soon is that you'll be able to put a clickable link on there, so you can send people to maybe your website. And then the other just tip I wanted to mention is not to have the same content on your story as it is on your news feed, because then people don't want to read it, twice, and then they'll just click through, because the organic reach is much higher on stories because these are being promoted. So they're going to be sent out to more people. So you get a little bit more of a reach. So that's a really good tip too. And I'm just checking my notes to see if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, so anyway, just keep making your stories. It can be about anything, coffee, outside. Don't overthink it. It's reality. And keep it just fun and easy. And I think that's all I have to say about that. So if you've gotten any value out of this, please let me know. And if you feel that somebody else would get some value from it, feel free to pass it along to them too. So I hope you have a wonderful day, whatever part of the day it is, and we'll see you again on Friday. Bye for now.